do I get this?
Okay, is it working now?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was funny as shit because I just showed the bed. It looks like fucking just like a werewolf torn apart. Okay, I don't know what that was. We have like some McDonald's ass Wi-Fi though.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So, what is our first thing?
Okay, so I was gonna say before I lagged out.
Yeah.
I guess we can just talk about like what kind of projects we're working on.
Okay.
Like, if you want to go first and just kind of lay out what you're working on.
I'll let you go first because I don't really have any project. I have unfinished beats, but it's kind of it right now. It's not,
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, yeah. I will
Um,
loop around back to me.
yeah, so I mean, I really just have two that I'm working
Mhm.
on right now. The first one, which is my main one that I'm working on right now, I'm working on a
Mhm.
collab album with one of my buddies.
Very nice.
I'm not sure when we're planning to put it out, but it's like very, very early in process,
Yeah.
production.
Yeah,
Second
because
one,
you plan your stuff out.
what's up?
It's crazy because you plan your stuff out, and we don't like at all. It just happens. Yeah.
And then the second one, I haven't really put as much focus on it, but
Mhm.
I'm working on an EP.
Yeah.
So I think like a year ago, I put out an EP called Frontier. I'm working on
Mhm.
the sequel to that, Frontier 2.
Yeah, I remember listening to that. It's crazy. That's been a year.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as like music projects, though, that's pretty much all I'm focused on.
Mhm.
But I've had like 3 sessions for the collab album. My buddy's been
Mhm.
just been coming by
Yeah,
my
you
place.
were telling me about that. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going good. We're making a
That's
lot of
good to hear.
progress.
Mhm.
He's like kind of like co-producing with me, so like he's coming
Mhm.
up with a lot of like cool chords and shit. Like,
That's really cool.
yeah, we're like kind of like putting our styles together. He plays like trumpet and stuff too, so it's
The
pretty cool.
trumpet, that's very rare. Very rare. Because Monica plays the guitar, but we've yet to use it. Yeah. So, maybe that's a little bit of a teaser for something, but right now, I don't know. But maybe.
Yeah.
So, what kind of styles are you trying to put into his, like, with the trumpet and stuff?
What kind of style?
Mhm. Like, are you trying to mix the synthy stuff with that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Mhm.
trying to do. Cause this album that we're making, it's very like it's like a feel good pop type
Mhm.
album,
Yeah,
and I think trumpet would go great with that. And we're trying
I
to
think so. Mhm.
mix both of those styles together,
Mhm.
and I think it'll go really, really well.
So, would you say it's more on the experimental side, or do you think it's gonna just sound like regular, like your typical music, or do you think it's
Uh,
gonna be kind of an adventure?
I think it'll be an adventure, most definitely.
I think so too.
It's definitely gonna be one of the more shorter albums I've worked on, like
Mhm.
because planning on putting maybe 11 tracks, but they'll be
Yeah,
good tracks. We're gonna really work on these, take our time. So
that's
um,
that's really good.
definitely gonna experiment with a lot of like the
Mhm.
synths, his trumpet, and then we're gonna see
Mhm.
what else we can do. Find a bunch of
Does he
features.
play other instruments?
Does he play other instruments,
Mhm.
or or do I?
Does he play other instruments besides the trumpet?
He can play piano too. So
Really? I think that would mix well with the synth stuff.
yeah, no, most definitely it would.
Mhm.
Because I play piano as well, so that's what helped me with producing.
Very nice. What song are you looking most forward to dropping? Like what song has caught your interest in that project?
Ooh, we have this one song that we're planning on dropping in March. It's called "Break," and
Really?
when you listen to it, you'll immediately, like, think of Rocket League, because that whole vibe is like that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like EDM mixed with trumpet. It
Mhm.
sounds so good, like,
Is Rocket League the game with the cars?
it's the
I didn't
car
know that.
soccer game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've saw isn't Lightning McQueen in that game?
Is he? I
I think maybe. He needs to be. But that's really cool though. I don't have any projects that I'm excited for at the moment because I'm very spontaneous. Like when I make something, I release it. But
yeah.
I've yet to have anything that's like a project of mine that
Mm,
I'm like really passionate about. Because I've recently got back into even making music, so I'm just kind of seeing what's gonna happen.
kinda testing the waters a bit.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like a father that's barely ever there for my music fans. And before I leave to get milk again, like I just want them to know. Like I'm real bad. Yeah, I'm a real bad person about that stuff. But I couldn't imagine, like how you've done it so consistently, like not burnt. I've gotten burnt out so much in my artistic career. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like just to keep, like, how do you find the inspiration to just keep going like that?
Well, what I do is if I do get to a point where I feel like I might get burnt out, I just take a break for a little while, and
Hmm.
that's why I space out a lot of my releases too.
That is smart. Like, because I try to, but I don't know.
Because like
It's tough for me.
you have artists that are trying to put out like a bajillion singles in 1 year, or like 20 albums or something like that. But I like
That's me right there.
I like to make I
Just
like to
throwing
make
shit.
all of my I like to make all of my releases and all my albums feel like it's a holiday or something, you know?
That's really cool. You see, I have a approach of like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what'll stick. You know,
Yeah.
but it works for me. But like it works for you because you know what. But I don't ever know what because I'm always trying to experiment. So I'm
Yeah,
like maybe I can find it that way. If I make a lot, then I'll be able to. I'll have an
yeah,
idea. But
for sure, for sure.
but because what you're like I'm synthy. You know what I mean. But I'm always experimenting. I'm always trying to see what I can do. Because that was a big thing for me to come back and start making music and stuff again. Because I'm like, I don't want to repeat what I did before. Because if I do what I did
Right.
before, then it's not going to be as good. It's like I'm just repeating myself. I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
how do I come back stronger? And like, I don't know how long it'll last either. Because I've had several phases. I like to burn myself out and just like leave and then come back again. And I've always done that. Like my entire music career, I've always done that. And I'm sure this time it'll be similar. But maybe if I can figure out why I burn myself out, and then maybe I can, you know, maybe it'll help, you know?
Yeah, maybe like I guess like learn from it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to stay consistent because it's just like okay, like I'll release a bunch of stuff, and like nobody really likes it, or I feel like I don't feel like I'm getting the reaction that I want, you know?
Yeah, not like I guess not gaining the traction you want it to get, you know.
Yes, but the only way to gain the traction is to keep releasing it. So that's how for like, 'cause I like to just release a billion tracks, but
Mhm.
I don't know how you can be like, I'm gonna do this one and this one and this one, but it also because of the space that you have, it also lets it be better because you have more time to refine it. Because if I'm always just throwing it out, then I'm never gonna have that time to make it good though. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
like, how do you find a balance? Because
yeah,
like it's just weird. I'm going through a lot of phases, and it's insane. Like it's hard to stay consistently making music when you know what I mean? Because I have different interests though. Like for you, like you might be like, okay, I just love music and it's just music, but I want to be a board game creator and a comic book
I've
artist and a professional wrestler. So it's like I
yeah,
don't know,
I've been seeing that
like.
too with the you've been working on Diamond Time stuff lately, or
Yeah. Well, it's taking a hiatus because the music and it just flip flops all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's what was that? A wire? I got a spring. But it is hard though for me to do like diamond times because I don't know. I just get burnt out with everything I do, anything creatively. So it's just I don't know.
I mean, you seem to have like a lot of good like videos and ideas that you want to like flesh out more. You just need to make like
Yeah.
the appropriate time to like really
Mhm.
pursue each one, you know.
Yeah, that's the issue. Because I like. Could you imagine if I could turn Diamond Time into like a game or like a movie or like not like but like a book or something? You know?
Oh, you need to get
It's,
it manufactured and get the game pieces made, dude. You could like
I know I need to start doing the miniatures, but it's hard for me. I think if I had a 3D printer, I think I could do it and scan them and design them and stuff. But we had a 3D printer before, and I ended up having to return it because everything I made was fucked up, and it would come out like all like ghoulish. And I said, "Fuck it." This shit was like the most money I think I have ever dropped on something. It was like almost $300, and
for a
it was just
for
it
a
was so
3D printer.
yeah yeah. It was like one you connect your phone to, and we had problems the day we got it. We had it. Remember how long it took us to set that damn thing up?
Yeah.
It took us all day. It did. I think Monica has a necklace or something,
Yeah.
the Hello Kitty one. But we were able to print some stuff. But I don't know. It's something I like to revisit, but it's so hard to find the time to do everything, you know? Because I'm
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I have a music career to still pursue and this different stuff, you know?
yeah, no. I mean, I really just have like as far as like content goes, just like music, obviously for me. But like
Yeah,
I've always been. I last year I did a few vlogs of like me like going to certain
I
places.
saw it. Yeah.
But I want to learn. I want to not learn, but like I want to try and do a few more this year because those were a lot of fun to make. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to start getting into vlogging a little bit. I'm not gonna become
Hmm.
like a big time vlogger because music's my main thing, but wouldn't hurt to do a couple more vlogs to see. You know.
See, that's the slippery slope. Because what if you like doing vlogs more though? You know what I mean? Like, what if like, oh, this is easy? But think about it, like for us, right? It's like if we're always making music and we're never like showing behind the scenes, people won't really know how we are. They're not gonna gravitate towards it as much because they're gonna be like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, how does somebody separate themselves as this music artist, right? And this just somebody. This I mean, I'm always like clicking on produced by Jazzy Jeff 103. And how do you separate yourself from that? Because I always have to be into the music myself. So how do you, as a music creator that does instrumental type synthy stuff, how do you separate yourself from that label of just producer? You know?
I mean, I don't like just produce, but because I sing in a few of my songs too, so that's how I
Yeah.
kind of make
Hmm.
my own voice heard.
Hmm.
I'm not like a pro singer by any means, but I'll
Hmm.
throw my vocals there once in a while, and people will
Hmm.
be like, "Oh, like shit, that's you." I'm like,
Hmm. Mhm. 'Cause I don't know, like it's crazy. Like I always respect people like you or Cam or something. Cause like maybe once a month I'm just like fuck this music. I hate this shit. I never want to touch anything again. I hate everybody. I just get such a hate for it. I always get this like sour taste in my mouth. Cause like I don't know if it's like I'm not like I don't know. It's just like it's difficult because I feel like music is a very toxic landscape sometimes too, as it can be supportive and you can help each other, but you're always like looking at your number. It's like how we're talking about like people on Instagram and stuff. You're always comparing yourself to other people. You're as a music producer, you're like, why the fuck don't I got numbers? How am I not getting views? What are they doing? What's the secret? But they might be using bot, like you know what I mean. Like they're probably cheating.
"Oh
I'm
no,
just
no, dude." I have a friend that literally bought his followers, so
that's crazy.
yeah,
Like
he bought himself 20,000 followers, and for
that's
every
crazy.
for like every post, he only gets like 30 likes or something.
I've seen that. It fucks your engagement up real bad if you buy followers, because your shit you might
Same
have
as, like with
you know.
everything with Instagram, YouTube, dude. It'll
Mhm,
ruin your whole it'll ruin everything, dude.
mhm. Yeah, we've I have some experience with people that bought, you know, because you could see some of my maybe my first video, the views, and you can see the other things, and you can question the legitimacy. But I have to assure you that I earned all 3,000 of those views. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just testing the waters to see if I could fake a career. But if I was though, that would be really expensive to do though, because that shit is probably expensive.
No, it is. It definitely is. And I
Mhm.
don't know why
But it's
someone
like,
would waste their money
it's
trying to buy
mhm.
clout instead of just trying to grow naturally, you know?
But it makes you wonder how many big name like rappers do that stuff, like Drake, and like they have to be, they
All the
have to be.
yeah, and not even like the big artists, even like some of the industry plants, like nobody's ever heard
Mhm,
of. Like they just
mhm,
suddenly came out of nowhere like 2 years ago. Like you know who Ice Spice?
exactly.
Like nobody knew who she
High
was.
five.
Like
Mhm,
nobody knew who she was until like 2 years ago.
mhm. And she released her novella, her masterpiece. What's the name of the masterpiece? Munch. She released her magnum opus. I could tell she had crafted that for years. You know, she's like a Beethoven of our times.
Oh
I don't
yeah, of
know, like it's
course, of course.
weird. Like it makes you wonder. Like, but it's hard to if you buy your followers, then you always have to keep buying stuff, or else it's gonna not look as legitimate if the numbers go up and then down and then up and down. There was have you ever heard that rapper Jumex who was an industry plant?
Wait, what's his name?
His name was Jumex. Like, What's that Mexican drink? Jumex. His name was like Jumex. He had like green hair. Remember? Yeah, he was buying his followers, and like nobody even knows about him now. And at one point, he was getting a couple million on his views. Shit's crazy.
Dude.
Like, music is a very treacherous game. Like, people like fuck each other over all the time. It's
Dude,
insane.
it is a toxic, competitive industry, man. Like you gotta you gotta fight for yourself in this realm.
Exactly. Mark, have you seen the ibuprofen? I'll look for it. I got a headache. I always have had, dude. I get very stressed a lot. Like, oh my god, like that. I think that's why I end up hating music because I just get so stressed out easily. And then like I don't know how you keep doing it. You and Cam, like y'all just keep doing it. And I'm like, fuck this. Like I'm so done. But I think it's because like I look at how toxic people are, and because I'm a toxic person. Now, Mike, would you say I'm a toxic? I don't think I'm a toxic person. I'm very empathetic. Like I absorb other people's vibes. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think that's my biggest problem. But like, people are horrible to each other all the time. And like I don't know why they do it. But, you know, like it's hard to release stuff in such a way that it's consistent. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's hard to remain that consistent all the time. I'm rambling because Monica's looking for ibuprofen. Do you not know? I have such a headache. Oh my god. I have a lot of vision issues. I'm kind of like a man turtle, if you would. And so like when because we went out earlier and look, I was about like look, I'm gonna show off the stuff I got in a minute.
All right.
That's very exciting. Look, all right, look. Firstly, look, I got a Captain America. This shit was
Oh,
on sale for
dude,
$5.
that's sick.
Very nice. It comes with a Captain America. It's a 1972 Plymouth GTX. I'm horrible with car names. But I got an Iron Man Camaro somewhere too. Very nice. And I got like some. All right, look. I'm gonna show you. Look, I got another beautiful shirt from the redneck gods themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And I got like a Marine shirt. But I got a couple of things. Just just so you know. But all I'm doing right now is stalling. I think. Oh my god! I finally got ibuprofen. You can talk. What was the next subject?
I think the next one was like, I don't think. or you started off with music, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
how long have you been doing that for?
My first song that I think might be privated, but it was a part of the compilation. Remember, it was like the grime art cover. It was like volume 1. Because everybody always does volume 2,
I
but a
kind
lot
of
of people don't know
remember.
about volume.
I kind of remember seeing that.
I think it's one of the oldest videos on my channel. And look, it was nothing but beats, right? It was like 40, or it was like 30 or something. And I got a lot of them. A few of them were borrowed. Not completely, but I took the framework of a couple. It was horrible. Like, I don't know. I'm waiting on the day that I see like a Bluesy Diamond exposed video. And it's gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna be talking about it. Then I'm gonna be telling all the shit. I, I might have had some help, you know. But I actually did make some of those songs, and I used to I think it was like Splash Looper. It don't even exist on the app. They removed it because I was able to just do a lot. Like if there were no loops in music, there would be no Bluesy Down. There would be no Eli at all, and nothing. I
I'm
cannot make
the same.
a
I'm the
fucking.
same way. No, if there was no loops, there'd be no elevator either. So
I can't make a fucking melody. I've seen people on FL like they're like dirt, 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 and like they do the pads and shit and serum and like I
dude,
can't.
I've had to
I'm not skilled.
practice. I've had to practice over the years using loops, and then
Mhm.
eventually I'd figure out how to make my own melodies. You know, it takes a lot of time and patience, but eventually you figure it out along the way.
Like I'm that person. Like I'll take like a synth, and I'm like, let me just copy paste the same fucking drum loop over and over and over. Like oh, if you listen, all my shit is the I make it the exact same way. Just sample, hi hats, drums. It's fucking terrible. Like oh my god, like it's terrible. Like I'm horrible. That's why I just say like it's just Blues and Diamond, Eli Martin. Because
Mm.
like I'm not a good producer at all. Like I don't even bother putting producer on my shit because people are just gonna roast it. It's because people are gonna roast the fuck out of me because I'm not very competent. That's why I like to be loud. It's because I'm not good at making decent instrumentals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I used to be like kind of the same way. I started out in 2019. I think I was a junior in high school, and
Mm-hmm.
I started on this like shitty music app that was on my phone. Like we all got to
Yeah.
start somewhere, but eventually I moved over to a better app, and then I
Mm-hmm.
created my channel in like 2020, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
then I just kind of like went from there. I just kept practicing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Was it always like synthy stuff, or like did you kind of go through like an artistic evolution?
I started out with like hip hop beats, like trap beats, like
Really? I did.
very
What are
basic
you
trap
ever
beats.
gonna make them again? Like you should do that. You should bring that back. You know, that'd be cool.
I have a few on my most recent album, but I'm
Really.
I'm kind of just focused on like alternative pop right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go through very experimental phases when it comes to making music.
I
I
get
never
that.
want to make an album that's the exact same as another one, right? I want
That's
every
me.
I
That's
want
me. I'm
every
just copy
project
paste,
to
copy
be
paste.
different. I'm never gonna make an album like Destination again. I'm never gonna make an album like Happier again, or
Mhm.
Frontier, or anything.
I think it works to your favor because, like, there's a limited amount of albums that you can release, though. So that makes it special because, like, it's not gonna be like fucking a billion albums. Like some people, like some music artists, that shit just goes on and on and on, and they do the same song, like myself, and it's just beating a dead horse, and it's just like, what the fuck is the point of doing it? You know?
I mean, eventually I will stop releasing albums if I can't, think of, good concepts or good themes, because I want, from now on, when I'm making albums, I want them to tell like a cohesive story. I want it to have a meaning. That's what this
Yeah.
my latest album did. It told a story about like the last 2 years of my life because I went through a lot of shit in
Hmm.
life recently. So
Mhm.
A lot of it was like post breakup, college
Mhm.
album,
Mhm.
a lot of shit like that.
Mhm.
And a lot of those events just helped me
Yeah.
with songwriting and lyrics and whatnot.
Mhm. I think that all great music is based on tragedy. You know what I mean? Or like something has occurred. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. It's just, like when you look at the greats, right? Like, we got The Cure and all these other bands, like Joy Division. It's tragedy.
That's true.
It's tragedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's something in it's like Shakespeare, like Julius Caesar shit, that there's a tragedy, and that's what the art's built around. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
exactly right. Because if you're able to, tell the truth through songwriting,
Mhm.
you can make like a freaking banger. Like you can make it relatable. You can, say
Mhm.
it however you please, and
Mhm.
it could turn out really, really good.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why a lot of people that have like happy normalcy and shit, their music's not good though. They're never gonna make it because they're not like you know what I mean? There's not enough dysfunction in their life to push them to that level. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's why people like if you look at like Robert Smith or like fucking Demi Lovato, it's like or Katy Perry. You know what I mean? It's very different. It's very different.
Well, it depends on the genre
Mm-hmm.
and the fans too.
Right. True.
It
'Cause, I mean,
depends on
Katy
the
Perry.
fans.
Katy Perry's got some money now, but that's because she makes happy music because she's a happy person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to know what you are when you make music. You got to know yourself.
I'm not gonna
You
lie
know?
though. Katy Perry's like her old stuff goes hard. That shit.
Yeah, California. It does. California. The California song.
Bro, I'm talking
And
like
it's just hard.
hot and cold, firework, teenage dream. All
Oh,
of those.
I, I don't know. She got bangers, huh? I say it was bad. I just say like it's a different style of music altogether.
yeah.
Well, a lot of it's just like a lot of it's soulless now. And it's very corporate friendly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
This fucking TikTok era, like I'm sorry for like this TikTok era is terrible. Everything is so everything sounds the same, everything looks the same. There's no identity,
no identity, no originality either.
Like everybody's always ripping off like fucking Playboy Cardi. You know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to ride a wave that they didn't make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I think it's so toxic. That's why I don't ever want to fuck with it. Because then you'll start seeing people that are ripping off each other and shit, and then you're like, why am I not drawing those kind of numbers? Why don't people gravitate towards me? You know what
Some
I mean? Like
somebody
exactly,
did it first. They don't want to see a bunch of clones, man.
exactly. It's because we're trying to be original. We're trying
We
to be ourselves.
we
We're
want to
trying to make
want
our
to
own.
create our own sound, our own persona, our own everything,
Mhm. Exactly,
our
and
own franchise.
it's because we're starting from like here. They're like inheriting that shit from their parents, so they're already starting above us because they're ripping somebody else off that already has a sound. Like you're like that Fago and Playboy Cardi. He's just ripping them the fuck off because that sound already has fans though. That's why it's so hard for us to come into this shit. And like synthwave music and stuff isn't as relevant that I mean, there's like the weekend and shit, but like stuff that we like, synthy shit it's not as popular as 2019, 2018 when I started making synthy shit. Just the beats, it's not popular anymore.
There's more R&B. It's not even
Exactly. Like the weekend's like on some different shit too. But I remember when I first started, there was like vaporwave, like it was electronic gyms. Like fucking
Oh,
shout to like dude, they go hard as fuck. That's why I started making music. Electronic gyms, the synthy people. But that's like shit's different though. Like it's not like that's not the wave no more. And if you can't always adapt like I try to, you're just gonna be left behind. Unless you like carve your own shit like out of stone, like you're not gonna be able to compete. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
It's hard.
crazy.
It's hard to build yourself up from
Mhm.
very grassroots persona, not having anything handed to you, not, being signed to a label as part of like an industry plan.
Exactly.
Like we're independent artists, so we're trying to make it without this corporate influence,
Mhm.
and that's
And it's like, 'cause there's very and this production teams or people that tell us what to do. And that's why it's so difficult for us. Sometimes we have to make it all. We got to be the views and the editing department. We have to do everything. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like it all pays off though. Like it's much more
Yeah.
satisfying doing it on your own,
Mhm.
not having like a
Mhm.
label or other
Mhm.
producers do it for you. It's much more satisfying that in the other way.
Because you hear a lot about these people. They got like team. They're always being fucked over. They're always having contract. I remember, was it Lil Uzi that got stuck in a contract, and I think it was like Drake had to pay his contract off. Like it's crazy as fuck. Like the contracts people sign and shit. And like then there's all that stuff about people like selling their soul. Remember that Sam Smith shit with the demon pants and shit? You remember hearing about that?
Dude, wasn't that like
Like,
at the Grammys or something?
yeah,
Dude, that was crazy.
like I firmly believe in motherfuckers selling their souls and shit like that. That's how
Oh,
Hollywood.
without a
Like,
doubt,
you know what I mean?
without a doubt, they are. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Like it's ridiculous.
Because if you look at the difference between like if you look at them before they joined the industry and them after, like you could tell like how soulless they've become.
They've been pimped out by the industry. Like all the drug, all this shit. Like is people, but it makes you wonder. Like why do we do it then? Like what is you know what I mean? And I feel like at the root of it is it's music by the devil. It's some crazy shit like that because it's to spread. People like you talk about hoes and shit like that's spreading unfaithfulness. It's spreading bad values to people, like being materialistic, always wanting more
Yeah,
clothes,
spreading
more shit. You know what I mean?
spreading worldly, godless immorality is what it's spreading.
Exactly.
It's like as someone who's more of a traditional guy, I believe in God and all these traditional values and stuff. Like I want to deflect that. I want to make a name for myself, combating
Exactly.
this stuff. And I want to continue to do that through my music, whatever I choose to make.
Yeah. And a lot of people like that, like, will get blackballed by the industry. You know what I'm talking about? Remember, I think he was it was like somebody, and like people were like, oh, it was like something. That was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, people were giving him crap for because I think a few years ago he was on like a stage at like it was some kind of sports. I don't know if it was like the Emmys or something. He was saying like God is real, God loves you. Like he was very positive, and he got a lot of backlash. And that right there is clear like what the industry thinks.
Mm-hmm. Like that's what all me and Marco talk about all day is people selling their souls. We'll be talking about that like real conspiracy shit. But it's like the Freemasons and shit. Like it's real shit. People really say. Like, remember Kanye's mom dying? Like her being a sacrifice that Donda woman, a little Pete maybe. Like a lot of people will get sacrificed, or they'll sacrifice somebody close to them. I remember there was a video with Kanye and he was talking about how his mom got sacrificed. Like it's crazy shit. Like the blood rituals and shit.
I thought his mom died from like surgery complications or something. It was
But like I think that he said like his mom was sad because you know what I mean. They'll always give it like a label. Like if it was surgery, like something happened. But like I've heard of like remember when Takeoff passed away from the Migos? A lot of people were saying the other two sacrificed. I think it was Take or was it Offset? I think
no,
it
it
was
was it
Takeoff.
was it was Takeoff.
Okay, well a lot of people said the other two sacrificed him because think about when they're sacrificed, it's more music sales, it's more shit like that. Like
why didn't they shoot both of them? They only shoot one.
exactly. How did only one of them die, not all three of them? Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. We're getting into the real conspiracy shit. We're trying to get blackballed from everybody. Like, have you heard of like, what is it, 𝕭𝑑𝖚𝖊𝖘𝖞𝕯𝖎𝖆𝖉? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what is it?
It's 𝕭𝑑𝖚𝖊𝖘𝖞𝕯𝖎𝖆, I think, is it? This motherfucker made a video dissing everybody. He dissed all kinds of races, everybody. But like, this motherfucker was going nuclear on everybody, just talking all kinds of shit. And like, that's the type of content I like, you know, because like he's sharing his opinion on people,
Yeah.
not about the racism, but you know, he was just discussing other artists, and I feel like that's we're such hive-minded, like everything's just yes, you know what I mean? Nobody ever thinks for themselves, you know what I mean?
Hive mind. It's all like, and it's everywhere. Like everybody just believes the same thing, and you know, does as they're told. You know, no one ever wants to think for themselves anymore.
Have you seen the movie They Live?
What is it called? They Live?
They Live with Rondi Piper?
I don't think so. What is it on?
You haven't? You know, he puts the glasses on. He sees all the aliens and shit.
Oh, dude, it sounds kind of cool though. But where can I watch it at?
I think we watched it on like Tubi.
Yeah.
But the video, you know, it's Ronnie Piper, you know, the wrestler, and he's like putting glasses on. He can see aliens and shit, and he'll see like magazines and shit, and they'll say like obey. He saw it said like marry, reproduce, like, you know, all kinds of program and shit. This is like all the subliminal. Like,
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
I can't believe you've never seen that movie. It is amazing. Like, that movie's a documentary. Like, it's a documentary. Like, it is real shit. Like, real life stuff. Like,
Yeah.
And broken was shot in like the 90s, 80s.
yeah, it was shot in the 80s.
Like shit, that's crazy.
We're always going through this. You would think with the phones and shit, we wouldn't be as hive-minded. We would be more independent because you could share anything, you can think anything. But the people that get to the top are sharing these you know, I'm talking like the Jimmy Fallon type motherfuckers. They're sharing these safe opinions with everybody, like just all like worldviews and shit. And like, it's insane. Like, it's crazy how people can be discriminated against because of their color. Like as a society, right? Like, we should be in this time where everybody's equal. You know what I mean? Like, we should just see everybody's equal. We should treat each other nicely.
Yeah, everybody
But
just
it's because of like hate. You know what I mean?
have
Propaganda.
basic respect for each other. You know.
But it's because the media likes to like fucking pit people against each other. That's why we'll never have like the hover cars and shit like the Jetsons. It's because we see, okay, you know, we're looking at each other, but like, it really shouldn't even be like that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like, we're all humans.
Yeah, at the end, we're all just people, but you know, the media is another reason why, you know, we have so much polarization. You know, not even just politically, but just, you know, in general.
Whereas someone like 𝕭𝑑𝖚𝖊𝖘𝖞𝕯𝖎𝖆, you know, what he's saying is because he said some really bad things about people, but I'm appreciative that we live in an era where we can express ourselves, regardless of if it's good or bad. We should all collectively think for ourselves and not, okay, you know, he said this, let me feel this way. It's like, why did he say these things? What is his experience? Because you'll learn more talking to people that you might not agree with than people that like are yes men. They're like, okay, you know, let's think this way, you know, and not like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
like, not
exactly.
independently.
Like, you help it helps you understand the other person's perspective, you know, when you talk with someone that you disagree with. That's like real civic engagement, real you know. And that's what we need to get back to, because we just don't listen to each other. We don't want to hear each other, you know.
We just everybody argues. Nobody. I feel like people don't listen. You know, people they're like, you know, and that's why aliens will never visit us, is because we just argue too much about dumb shit, like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Like, you know what I mean?
Like shit that don't even matter.
we're not like developed. Like we're probably like fucking monkeys to them or something.
Mhm.
Like parrots. Like it's wild.
It's wild. Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? You might be thinking like, you know, this is a music stream, but music is an expression of oneself. You know what I mean? Like music is just an expression of oneself. And when people say like, you know, separate the art from the artist or something, it's almost impossible to differentiate the two because this is the person that made the art. That's what, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a real slippery slope.
The art,
Like,
the art is a part of them. You know, it's a part of
exactly.
who they are. It's they're expressing themselves. You know.
Mhm. It's crazy, you know? And like it's hard to break out when everybody is, you know, clone. Everybody has the same opinions. Like if you have like, it's like I had a fucking dream where the thought police came after me. And it was a time where if you thought the wrong thing, they could read your mind. Because I remember how Elon Musk was talking about those like brain chips things. You know what I'm talking about? Like that
Yeah.
shit's scary as fuck. Like imagine if you think so, like the government would know what you're thinking all the time. Like, you know, that's weird. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, bro, it is. Like I remember hearing about that too, and I'm like, I really hope we don't get to that point. I don't want to see that.
Like it's like because it's like we could come on here and we could be like, okay, this is this music, this, but we also have to talk, like, you know, be ourselves, because that's how a lot of people, like, you know, get fans on Instagram and the TikTok, because we gotta be ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you if you're like, okay, this is my music, you know, everybody's doing that. And we need to be the people that are saying like off the wall shit, and then because that's what gets people talking. Like, look at all the shit Kanye says. You know what I'm talking about? People talk about space, like that space ghost. Like if people, it gets them talking. What you say? 'Cause that's why a lot of people say really crazy shit, and so people will listen to it. You know, like the
yeah. Also,
tabloids, they'll grab it.
it also keeps his music numbers going up.
Mm-hmm. You know, like it's real crazy. You know, and it's like it's hard as an artist because you just want to make good music, but the world kind of compromises that because you're like, because like, you know, I used to get to this phase where I'd want to just make like keep mixing the song over and over, you know,
Hmm.
and you just can't do that. Like it's weird, you know, like you can't just start making like you can't just have like a perfect album, like, you know, it's never finished, it's just abandoned, you know, and like that's crazy.
Yeah. No, exactly, dude.
Like, what would you say your favorite album of yours? Like, what is your favorite album? Like, who inspires you to do it?
Ooh. As far as inspiration goes, uh, so my favorite album of mine would be
Mm-hmm.
the latest one, Happier,
Mm-hmm.
just because
Mm-hmm.
it's the first album that truly, I guess, sort of expresses my own personality, my experiences. It tells a story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying earlier, like a lot of the inspiration just came from real life events that I went,
Mm-hmm.
you I went through a breakup,
Mm-hmm.
through, just I just had a lot of time to myself to like really reflect on everything, and I turned, I had all these thoughts, and I just turned it into music, and that's what came about.
Mm-hmm. What would you say the difference between someone like, you know, that's like something bad happens and, you know what I mean, they have these issues, but you know, you're able to turn it into something productive, whereas they're able to, you know, they're like, oh my God, I have all these problems. I'm so unhappy with myself. You know, because you went, you know, you try to make people feel the same. Some people like to go low with it. Like maybe someone would do something like that and it wouldn't sound as happy. It would be more sad. It would, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, how are you able to find that strength in yourself to push yourself up?
Well, I've always how do I put this? It's like, I'm trying to think like the right words to say, but I mean, mainly I never wanted, like, despite what happened to me, these last couple years leading up to, what I made, right? I never wanted it to like put me down, and I never just feel sorry for myself, I'm not one who likes to just give up so easily. I want to take my experience, learn from it, and make the best of it, you know? And that's what I continue to do with anything that happens to me through life, whether it's, loss, uncertainty, heartbreak, and any of the sorts.
That's I feel like when like I like to like sometimes I feel like my art's gonna go, like I want it to be dark because like I'm so chaotic as a person that I might not be able to express such positive things because I like to express the negative side of things. But you could get stuck seeing only the negative sides. And I used to have that problem a lot as when I was younger and stuff. I'd only ever see the negative side of things. But I feel like now I've been more able to see the positive side. But not everybody's like that. So it's just it's interesting. Like, do you think you'll ever make a more slower, sadder album, or like because if you've got happier, maybe you could make sad. Like you could make the opposite of that album.
Yeah, no, I definitely could. It again, it depends on like what I go through, and the the sort of experimental era that I'm in. But I definitely would be open to that. If people like that sad shit, I'll make that sad shit.
That shit's popping off though. Like a lot of that's a real fucking territory right now. Everybody's sad boys. I mean, fuck it. The economy's terrible. You know what I mean? Everybody's depressed all the time. Like shit's expensive. All the groceries, chips are $5. Like fuck, I'm ready to make some sad music. I got in went to Walmart earlier. I just shit. We'll go to fucking stores, just walk out. Like I didn't need it that. Like you ever be in a store and you're like I don't need it that bad. Like I'll be fine.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Like this shit's crazy.
I'll see something that I do want, but then I'll come to a realization and be like, maybe not now.
Cause you'll start going off in the Lego aisle and shit's like we saw it was like an R2D2 for $100. I was like, maybe it'll swap as a grape, but somebody's gonna stop me. I mean, I'm gonna try to swap that motherfucker as a banana, but
Bro, these Lego prices are crazy though, man. I tell you, just crazy.
That's why I fuck with Hot Wheels so much and these beautiful little model cars. Dude, they're fucking awesome. You could just use them for pictures and shit. You know what I mean? You can use it for photography. I'm trying to get sponsored by them. I'm gonna hit up Jada Toys and I'm saying let's get this 𝕭𝖊𝖃𝖚 Camaro going. Motherfucker's blue. It's got some nice. I want like action figures and shit. Like I want so many different things. It's so hard for me to focus on just one thing because I'm like, all right, I want to be a Lego set. And you know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to focus. You know what I mean?
Dude, a Bluesy Diamond Lego set would go crazy though, because I know you've been
Dude,
you make
up there on the shelf.
Like custom minifigures, right?
Yeah, I've got them up there on the shelf. Like I can get them. Look, I'm gonna imagine I stand up completely naked. My fucking ass is out. I'm a sad show. All right, so look, you know what I'm saying? Here's me. The resemblance is uncanny. You know what I'm saying? I got that shit on. I got the what color is this? A cyan, turquoise, orange. Got the blue hair. Very nice. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? And look, I got the custom, exclusive, one of a kind elevator me free. Like I just keep it on the shelf because I'm always taking pictures and shit with them. So it's just up there. You know what I'm saying? And like we're like, you know what I'm saying? We're like buddies. And we're like friends. And this is a Lego. I'm telling you, we need to release like a Lego set. You know what I'm saying?
Stop motion video you made, the one of my song "I'll Be Fine."
Mm-hmm.
Like The one I think you had like the stop motion setup where we were like performing at a concert or something.
Yeah,
Dude, that was sick. I like that.
I could probably do way better shit. Like a lot of my older stuff. It's because I like that shit is expensive if you're doing Lego stop motion. That's why you got to mix in like some like Hot Wheel dioramas and shit. That shit's expensive doing Lego stuff. Like I wonder what the budget for a lot of them like videos are, like Forest Fire and shit like that. Like I know that shit's expensive.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking of like getting into that a little bit. I want to try and make a music video of like a song where it's a Lego stop motion. Like
Mhm.
I've always had that idea. I just don't know what song that might
Mhm.
be yet. So I'm sure if the right one comes around, I'll invest appropriately. Make the
What inspired me is what's that? Is it the White Stripes? The fella in love with. Have you ever seen that video? It's by the White Stripes. It's a Lego video. You know what I'm talking about?
I think you did send it to me a couple
Hmm.
months, but
Yeah, like the whole video is Lego though. Like and it's like it's like different effects, and it's amazing. Like that's so inspiring.
yeah,
But
no, I remember you showing me that, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's sick.
hmm so like, what are you gonna do? Like minifigure? Like would it be like minifigures or you know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna be like bricks or what's happening in the video that you're kind of theorizing?
Dude, I used to do. What's funny is I used to do like stop motions back in the day.
Yeah,
Like, okay, so Lego used to have this app called the Lego Movie Maker app, and I used to make.
I think I had that too.
And dude, I used to make like so many Ninjago videos, like like back in the day. It was hella funny, but
We still make fucking terrible stop motion. But that's why I'm not a good music artist though, is because I change so much. Like I'm always doing different shit every day, so
yeah,
it's just crazy.
your content is always shifting, and that's a good thing, by the way.
Exactly.
You never
Because
want to stop. You're very versatile with what the kind of
hmm
content you put out, and
yeah,
never stop doing that because
hmm
you never know what could pop off at any moment. You know.
exactly. Like a lot of people, like that's why I admire you and Cam. The Cam skills do. It's because y'all are like, okay, I'm a music artist, and me, I'm like, fuck, I wonder if I could, like, because I want to be a professional wrestler. Like, I have crazy ass dreams. Like, I want to do crazy shit. Like, remember all them like fucking dude. But I feel like I get really hurt though. Like, I feel like I end up like falling on my neck or something because my back already hurts. So like, I wouldn't be a real good professional wrestler. So I don't know. It's tough.
Somebody told like I was at work one time and this guy that always comes in and like one of the customers always comes in like every day at my old job. He like saw me one day. He's like, "Yo, you should join the WWE." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "No, seriously, like you're a big guy, you can do it."
All right, there
And
you go.
I'm like, "Shit, maybe why not?" I mean, I did wrestling in high school, so it's like I have
Well, you go. You're already qualified. You got the skills.
I know, I can know a couple of techniques.
You be one of the best. You be up there with John Stamos and Ric Flair, and you know what I'm saying?
John Stamos from Full House.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you be up there.
I'm up there with Uncle Jesse, bro.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool though. But look, he was cool though, so that's why you be up there with him. Like I'm telling you, you gotta believe in yourself. Like I don't know, but like I always want to be like a stop motion maker, fucking professional Hot Wheel designer. Like I don't know, but it's good though because you don't ever want to put yourself in a box, you know?
hmm You want to like try out many different things and see what you
Exactly.
like doing the best.
It's it's difficult though because the way YouTube is, like you always have to fight it. You know what I mean? You always gotta be engaging with videos, or you gotta be engaging with people, and it's just so hard. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
awful.
even if you want to monetize from it and start making money from the channel, you have to like have a certain amount of subs and you have to like certain amount of watch hours.
It's
I,
ridiculous.
I think you need like 3,000 watch hours or something. I don't even have not even close to half of that
Yeah.
on my videos.
Like I can't even name 3,000 people. So like, how the fuck am I? You know what I mean? And it's so different because I've seen people they just make shit because they like doing it, and I've seen people try to do it because they want to monetize it. And money's always corrupted and shit. Like money always changes everything. Because when you see the money, then you gotta start putting out more videos. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like sponsors and shit like that. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, a good side to that is like you can make like, now that you have like an active
Mhm.
income, you can invest in like higher quality videos, and that would
Mhm.
be
Mhm.
much better, which is a good thing. But no, I see what you're saying, like
Mhm.
how
It's
corrupt it can be, though.
like there's a difference between being like a Minecraft YouTuber that can just spit videos out all day, and like being a music artist because it's like you have to work faster. You're like, what are people gonna like more? You know what I mean? Like it's like you have to change that, like to get that consistency. And it's just
Yeah, it's
really annoying.
all crazy,
Dude, I've had acid reflux this whole time.
Of the pizza.
Like, do you ever get that? Like when you eat like pizza and stuff like that?
Uh, not in a while, I don't think, but
Dude, I always get that every time. It's the tomatoes. I hate it. Like this whole time I'll be like trying to like cover it up because I don't want to be burping the whole stream and being nasty. Because around here we're very professional. It's a clean show we got running here. But like, what do you do? I can't believe we've like I didn't know what to say for a while because I don't even see anybody interacting. So it's probably why we're able to just talk. But like,
this is
I
like
don't know. Mm-hmm.
this
Like
is like the first time for me too. Like I've never like gone live for like a significant amount of time with anybody, so this is
Mm-hmm.
cool, like what we're kind of trying to do
Mm-hmm.
here.
But we've touched on a lot of topics and stuff like that. I wanted this more so people would be able to like watch it. Like this place can be in like a museum, you know, like framed, you know.
Like
But
just playing on repeat.
it's crazy. Like,
It
so was it? It's about to be March. Well, how are you feeling about the direction of your channel?
direction of my channel right now, it's a little content is a little dry because my last single came out like 2 weeks ago, so I'm still like very much in production with everything, keeping things under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
don't have any plans to release any videos as of right now. Anything could change. I could get an idea of some sort.
Exactly.
Um, I have been noticing I've been growing in subscribers, which I'm very thankful for.
I'm not sure views have went up. That's really nice.
Yeah,
You went
dude.
from
This
that's really
about a month,
cool.
I put out a slowed version of my song "Come Back to Me,"
Yeah,
and
I saw it.
that couple days ago it just hit 3,000 views, which is fucking
I
insane.
know. Crazy.
Like
Record.
I didn't promote it or anything. I literally just posted it. Dude, and slowed reverb videos do so good. And I think it just like
Definitely.
it got into the algorithm, and
Mm-hmm.
it got so many views and like a lot of likes too. And I'm like, wow, like this is
That's
actually can
that's
actually be
amazing.
possible, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, people need something to. I told you it's a sad time right now. People need something to, cry to. That's all it is. Yeah, it's a trend. It's a trend. You gotta look at the numbers. You just gotta look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I am working hard to come back as a musical artist. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I'll leave to get milk again. I don't know. Like I'm having fun, but I also don't want to force it either. Because when I start forcing it, I get burnt out, and then I end up just leaving for like 7 months. Because I don't know. But I also had like a lot of like other shit going on in my life at the time. Like I had moved to Oregon, and I had moved back. And like I don't know, I just and I had gotten so burnt out before I moved on music. That's why I just kind of came back, started doing like the Lego videos and shit. I was just trying to see would happen.
Yeah.
And like I think that's my problem. Every time I start to go up, like I just like fucking plummet again, you know? Because like imagine if I had never took a break, like how would I be now? But then I'm like, well, what if I wouldn't even be making music right now? I'd be burnt out right now. You know,
Yeah.
the way it works. So it's fucking weird.
Because like when
But
you do get burnt out, it's good to like take that break. You know, it's well deserved, and then
exactly.
like you get that opportunity to like reflect and come to
Mm-hmm.
conclusions and just get more ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the cycle. The cycle will repeat itself.
I know, like, dude, I was trying to play Minecraft earlier, and dude, I can't. I used to love Minecraft. I feel like is that like you just keep making new worlds. You're burnt the fuck out. It's like you want to play, but you also don't want to just keep fucking with it because it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which is why I don't play as often, and I can like come back to my world that I'm currently. I think I started a new world like 3 months ago, and I've just like
yeah.
been slowly adding stuff, but like I haven't
Mm-hmm.
been on like a point where I'm going on every day. So
Mm-hmm.
I always keep it like I always make it like new and fresh for myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I do have that problem though, where I kind of will just keep messing with it and messing with it, or I'll start these big projects. I just get burnt out, make a new world. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't even have a 2 week phase. It's like maybe an hour, and then I'm just done with it. Terrible, but,
yeah.
So, what are your goals for this year? Like, where are you trying to go?
My goals. Well, I do want to grow on all my platforms. Obviously, I want to
Mm-hmm.
for listeners. I want more people to appreciate my art. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely one thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm also in the process of learning how to become a DJ. So I also want to
Yeah.
start performing live.
Really?
So
That's exciting.
so I'm definitely open to that, and
Mm-hmm.
if I can get like any live sessions recorded, whether it's DJing or anything of the sorts, I could put that on my channel, and people
Exactly.
will see another side of me that I haven't uh, let out before, and I want to continue to like evolve in that way as an artist and
Mhm.
producer.
So you live in California,
Yeah.
obviously, and now I live in rural Alabama,
Mhm.
where I can only perform to the deers, maybe. So yeah, it's like your environment too. But also, I have have you ever been to La Habra?
I haven't.
My sister lives there with her husband. So like,
Oh,
So I've been to California once, and I
mhm.
think I've showed you the videos that I shot in California. It was like some, like have I sent you the ones?
I think you did like show me a couple pictures or like
Yeah,
video.
like, because I had did maybe 3 or 4 videos I had shot in California on her wedding, like around her wedding. But
Mhm.
like that was really cool. I have one of them. It was like Los Angeles, I think I titled it. I recorded that song in the bathroom of the motel that I was staying at. In the video, just because I just did it, just because I wanted just to say I made a video in fucking Los Angeles, and like I did the video. It's on my channel, and
In
like
the
you
in
can
the
see
whole
the palm
bathroom.
trees and shit. Yeah, I recorded that bitch in the bathroom.
That's
Like,
crazy, dude. Like, dude, that's like some Kanye shit right there.
yeah, like I was like. Like I've recorded everywhere. I've recorded shit in people's bathrooms before. Like remember that song Los Angeles? I recorded it in the bathroom of the motel. Yeah, like I've done shit in bathrooms and it's crazy. But like as an artist though, you have to be ready for it whenever, you know, so, and
That is
wherever.
true. Very, very true.
Now, Mark, you remember I have that one song I recorded on that submarine that exploded, but all the video footage was lost when the submarine just went. But I have a 8-project unreleased album that was on there, and the motherfucker just exploded. So it's lost media.
Yeah.
But if you'll look at the pictures, you can see me swimming out the submarine when it exploded. So we got a little bit of lost media out there. It's not a lot, but a couple albums, probably a couple thousand albums. I've recorded everywhere, done everything.
It gives me an
Yeah.
idea. I should try and record an album, but just not drop it. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
just make music just to make music. Just make it for myself.
exactly. I
And then
have a lot of stuff like that.
you can always just make a project, archive it, and then drop it. I don't know, years later, or however long
That's
to
so
wait.
smart. That's so smart. I don't even know how many songs I have altogether. I don't have a number. Because I have a lot of lost ones too that were on SoundCloud or here or there. It's I don't have a number. It's not.
Looking at my Apple Music or whatever, I think it has I think it says 68 songs or something like that. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
But it's because yours are good. You know what I mean? Mine are just.
I
Let them
mean,
go. Yeah.
dude, I've heard some of your beats though. You can make good beats, man. I
Thank you.
hear that, man. It's like the one we collabed on.
That was something
Dude,
I have wanted
that
to
was
do
such
for the
a cool
longest.
ass beat, dude. I love that beat. That was probably one of your best ones that you made.
Really.
Yes.
But I wanted to do something because I want to do something that's like everybody that I've mainly collabed with over, just do a comeback, just to have it, just to say, okay, I've done. And look, it's crazy because there was 4 people on that song, and it was what, under 3 minutes, and it never got messy or anything like that. And a big shout out to Cam, he mixed half of that shit on that song.
Yeah,
He's great.
when you posted that video, I saw I got a little glimpse of Cam's channel. He's got I think he's got 3,000 subscribers. He's a little bit up there.
He said he's. I remember finding Cam. He didn't really have no clout. He's told me he's made $3K dropping songs. He's a author too. He writes books. I don't know how the hell I encountered Cam, but he inspires me. He said he makes 4 to 6 songs every day, and he had something he had a head injury or something like a brain thing. So he's a traumatic brain head survivor. He makes 4 to 6 songs every day, and he's made over $3,000 making music. And the whole time, I swear, he's the coolest part. He's big to me. Cause dude, there's been times I've been burnt the fuck out, and Cam he's right there just like that in my notification. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite people to collab with too. Cause I'll send him some shit and he's there. He's done it. He's ready. He's awesome.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel because when I was making my album, my latest, I was for a couple features, and the features that are on that track list, I sent them just the beats, right, and then they came back and they made something freaking amazing, and I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, it's amazing, what people can do, man. Music, without music,
It
life.
brings people together. It's insane. Music will connect people from different countries and different states, and it just brings everybody together. It's just insane.
It really can. It really can.
But I'm real proud of that song, how that song turned out. And there was 4 of us, and it never, got sloppy or nobody was stepping. Because I was I want to do a song, and it's everybody, just everybody, just to showcase what everybody how. I did so. Like, I want to do more like that, but I know it'd be really hard. But I also feel like that song would kind of lose its magic
Yeah.
if there's like 4 of us, you know. But it's like you know, like a in the way that they use their voice.
That'd be crazy though, like just one song with like I don't even know like how like just a bunch of features on it, but it was like a really long song, right? But it could always be
Mhm.
like a change up in between, like, you know, just let everybody do their thing on
Mhm.
there and it could be like a
Mhm.
freaking hit, dude.
Mhm. Like it just be like halfway through you could have the beat right, and then when you want to switch it, you could make like you know like just turn it to you. I want to do one. It's gonna be funny. It's supposed to be one beat, and I'm gonna just take a whole nother beat and just like switch them together, and so the whole damn song just changes completely. It makes you think like you're listening to 2 different songs, but it's really one. Like I think that would be pretty cool.
I think like you know the song Sicko Mode by Travis Scott?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, he does that in that song. Like it starts out like wow wow, and then it's like
Yeah, like and it's so hard as a an art because I like to collab with people that like I fuck with like I like
yeah
who people I want to collab with, you know, Elevator, on Cam or somebody. I want to collaborate with somebody that I'm actually friends with because I don't want to just be collabing with random fucking people that I don't really even like.
yeah.
So if I'm collabing with somebody, I want to be like, okay, you know what I mean? No, it's like there's a disconnect. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. Like it's better. Like the music will always turn out better if you know who they are. Like you have built like a decent relationship with them,
Mhm.
and I think that's like it's much more it has a soul. You know, like you have a good relationship with that person. You guys can really talk about like what you want to do as far
Mhm.
as like just collabing with a random
Mhm.
stranger that you don't really know. It's not as
Yeah,
the feeling's not there, you know.
it's really not. What would you say you want our closing topic to be? Like
Ooh.
the crescendo, you know, the the down note.
I don't know. Let's do something like a little lighthearted, like let's talk about like Ninjago or something.
Okay, all right. Look, I don't think Louis should have been the green fucking ninja. It
Really?
it should have been Kai. It should have been Kai.
Dude,
I'll down with you.
I wanted it to be Kai before Lloyd got revealed, but then when I heard it was Lloyd, I was like, okay, maybe this could work. And
About Kai's all like whatever, and then fucking Louis comes in, fucking steals his spot, steals his green ninja shit. And you know what pisses me off? They don't even make Kai like I feel like he's just like in the background. Like, he's not even like the kind of main character. He's like the background. Like there was a lot of shit that I feel like they pushed him aside. Like I don't know. I just
dude, I think like in each season though they give each ninja the spotlight like for
mhm.
rebooted or season 3 they gave it to Zayn, and that's when Zayn
Mhm.
died at the end, but then he like
Dude, Zane's funeral. Oh my god! Remember Zane's funeral?
dude that shit
That
made,
shit. That
that
shit.
shit made me cry as a kid, bro.
Little bit of game.
He was like for a
That shit was rough.
kid's Lego show that went hard.
That shit. That shit did go for that. That shit was rough.
It was.
Like
And then season 4 came around with the banger of a season, by the way. I love the tournament aspect. I love Ben. I love
my
everybody.
favorite season.
You know,
I think my favorite season would be Skybound. Dude, Jay came through on that season. He fucking that shit was crazy. Dude, the fucking ending, that shit was crazy as fuck. And like the Sky Pirates and shit, like
Yeah, that was pretty. I feel like seasons or Skybound doesn't get the love it really deserves. Because at the end, people kind of disregarded because the last wish that Jay made was
it's a
for
cop
everything
out.
not to happen. It's
Like the whole season just
season 6 never really happened theoretically, but Jay and Nia still remember it all happening.
yeah, it was weird as fuck. Like it was a real weird cop out. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like fuck, dude. Ninjago had some really good seasons and like some really ass ones. Remember the Timekeepers? I was not a big fan of season 7. I didn't like the ending. I thought it didn't fucking make sense.
Too much of a cliffhanger, but then season 8 came, the Sons of Garmadon. That was a really good season.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that a lot, and I think it did a lot of justice for Sensei Wu's character and everything. Because when he got turned into a baby and then he like grew back into adult, I thought it was really cool what they
Have
did.
you seen any of the newer seasons, like the recent ones? I don't even remember the fucking. They're not like the ninjas. They're like other kids. They're like kids or something. Have you seen any of that? I have not.
I haven't seen anything since like Seabound or something. So it's been a while, dude.
Mhm.
But, let's see. Oh
Like,
my
what
my
is
phone,
it?
my phone is at 20%. Holy shit.
I think we'll do the crescendo. I think that people should my phone. People should respect each other more. People should love race or relation. Should other because I think if everybody's kind to each other, we won't have as many problems. Just basic human shit, like you know what I mean. Just be nice to everybody. I think that that's what's wrong with the world today, and people have lost their kindness, and people are just cruel to each other.
Yeah, because
That's
people
just my
don't love one another. We don't show each other the respect like we did, back in the day. And everybody just, everybody's just so heavily divided and hates each other now. It's sad to see.
final thing.
Oh wait, you froze for a second.
Oh, okay. What's your final message?
My final message is follow your heart. God loves you, and you know what? Let's make the world a better place. All right.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's it. And people just they're not as kind to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with that beautiful message being said, should just move it. You know what I mean? Just move it off. Because you know what I mean? We've said a lot. We've covered, people, music. We've covered everything. You know what I mean? We've covered all kinds of topics and issues with people. So I think that I'm going to say bye in a second. And we'll let it be over. You know?
All right.
All right. So I'm going to say bye.
Yeah.
Eli Warner, Bluesy Diamond.
Thank you, Eli, or Bluesy Diamond, for having me on.
You're welcome. We'll have to do this again.
Yep.
And the next time I'm gonna be shit faced drunk, and I'm gonna be, me and Monica are gonna be throwing pots and pans and shit at each other. You know, so I'm like, all right, this is the birthday thing. Like I want to do something for my birthday too, and like I wish that there was a way where I could get like Cam, you know what I mean, like kind of cycle everybody in and out, and like that would be fun. And like I'm gonna see what Cam's. I want to do one with Cam, cause like dude, hey, I have to. Like that's like Jesus just bestowing his wisdom to you. Like I don't know how the fuck you can make that many books. I don't know how somebody like that can do it. But then I'm gonna say bye though, and just we're just gonna let this be the first time. The next time will probably be even better. And you know what I mean? Just we're gonna say bye though. So bye. And it's funny because I think another person has joined as it's ending. So now it's fucked up because we've talked dead air. But I don't know. It's whatever though. All right, so I'm gonna say bye. Then.
All right.
What is it?
No, I think like it's been a good little over an hour. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, we did. But I mean, that's the end of it because the next one will be better.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
But look,
I'll catch you later, though. All right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.